All right, we'll wrap up the video. It's dark. What a day. And do they say a beer a day keeps the doctor away?
Yes.
Okay, you heard it from the 90-year-old man. A beer, not 10 beers, 1 beer a day keeps the doctor away. But he has to say...
And it saves you on money for laxatives, too.
Wow, geez, I tell you, this guy here just doesn't... Where'd I get that, right? Yeah, the nut doesn't fall too far from the nut tree, does it? Yeah, so my brother's dog is stable. Anybody following from the morning, it's been a rough day for my brother.
Did
but,
you post that?
But...
Dad?
What?
You posted that?
I haven't posted anything yet, so I haven't posted anything. So anyway, just to follow up on, you drove over to my brother's house to take care of my brother's dog that has eaten drugs. And it's an ongoing saga, but for the most part, he hasn't had any seizures today, and he seems to be more stable. And hopefully tomorrow we get him my brother's actual veterinarian he deals with and get better answers. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Didn't plan on making a video today, but hey, hope you enjoyed the scenery and the riding. And stay tuned for more conversations. God bless. Stay safe. We did it. Wow. We've gone to Publix and we got all our food in the bikes. Is that crazy? Make it work. Wow. Think it's gonna work. Is it? This one here, no, that's the problem there. This one here, it's gonna work. Look at that. But here, we're challenging. Now, do we get this all on the motorcycle? That'd be amazing.
Not with the...
We may have to come back in the car. I swear, it looks like it's raining. Doesn't it? Like the fog has just set in. Wow.
I told you.
Look at that. Uh-oh, the kid's getting all riled up. We'll be driving back in the fog. Yikes. Just like that, didn't it? Yes, there's all these groceries fit in this bike right here. Good luck. All right, here we are at the brother's house waiting for him to come out on the Harley. Figure to have 3 Harley. The Tri-Harley Day. How about that idea? As we patiently wait for him to get his act together, which that's always the project, right? And you go riding. Highway traffic, a little bit of, hey, ICHTV, a little bit of road glide, street bob, riding time. Get the road glide out, or road street bobber, road to chief bobber. Can't keep track what the hell I own, right? Follow us along on the New Year's Day ride. All right, we got the sheriff coming up here to everybody's giving me a saying no. But, all right, so here's my brother's house. You know, great neighborhood for the most part until you look next door to this house that the kids. Yeah, these are whack jobs over here, man. Yeah, mommy's dead. Mommy brought a son and a daughter, and daughter ran away. Then the son had a little boy, and the little boy's all brought like his daddy. So she's really sad. All right, here we are. So now we're gonna call animal warden and all that other stuff. Follow us along. Good Sunday morning, and Happy New Year to everybody. And wow, first time I've talked to anybody this year. I haven't talked to anybody this whole year. Can you believe it? Yeah, it's Ice Age TV, the internal combustion TV conversations, and it's the first day of the year. And here it's overcast and foggy and humid, and it's just kind of be an overcast, dreary day here in the first of the year here in Florida of 2023. Fun, happy New Year's, and here I am making a video, which I mean, if I will make a video, very debatable. So for me, what am I doing? Sadly, I'm having to go to my brother's house and try to help him get his dog that has gone into seizures due to a drug overdose that's probably come from his neighbor. So I think it's kind of important to make this video just because it's very sad that I'm having to witness that my brother is getting ready to possibly have to lose his dog because his neighbors are a bunch of meth drug addicts, and they just do more harm to people in society than they do good. And this is what we live with in today's society. So I've got mixed feelings.
Don't care.
And
they don't care.
And I got mixed feelings even making this video because I wasn't planning on making a video today on my YouTube channel. But for me, we spent the yesterday afternoon at the animal hospital. I paid for my brother. My brother doesn't make, you know, much money, and so I help him everywhere I can. And I paid a $500 bill yesterday for them to find weed in the dog's system. And so here's the story. If you followed my video here last week, you'll see that I mentioned that sadly for somebody on Christmas Day had lost one of their family members next door to my brother's house because the person, a woman, OD'd. We're assuming she OD'd. I mean, we don't know, but you know, if somebody's at a meth house next to you and all you ever see is people coming out of that place that are all the riffraff, and you see the morgue ambulance show up, and you see this lady's body being hauled up. I mean, what do you think probably happened? So my brother thinks now, wow, it's real foggy here this morning. So my brother now is thinking that boy, I tell you, if I was a cyclist or a walker this morning,
that's what I was saying.
You're not very smart because you cannot see the phone. Actually, I can look at my phone and see the road better than I can see going down the road.
I was telling Popcorn he couldn't even see that well, and I was saying I should probably drive for you.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so
And there will be a golf cart probably on the road, so you got to keep an eye on that. And they don't have any lights. But yet, if you hit them, you're the issue. Even though they're too stupid enough to realize you shouldn't be.
This is the first day of the year, and already the attitudes are starting. But yeah, we were going to go to church this morning. I don't know. I don't think we're going to be able to go to church this morning because I think we're going to. Here's the challenge. So anyway, so for my brother, what he's now thinking is when the person realized that that girl was dead in the house, that person probably threw all the drugs into my brother's backyard. I mean, we're speculating on that. I mean, my brother lives in a neighborhood where he walks his dog.
Animal control yet?
I want to be there when I call it. I want them to show before David gets there, because I just don't want David can't hear, and so I think it's better that we are there when they get there. So here's the thing.
Is Bo aggressive?
No, he's lost it.
But he could be aggressive.
It's possible. Yeah.
Bo is not. He's not an aggressive dog, but with the drugs in his body, he can become aggressive.
Well, he's had major seizures, so his brain
isn't right.
Yeah, his brain may have been fried from the drugs.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So my dog's Labrador that I bought him for Christmas 3 years ago.
I picked him out. He was the cutest little puppy.
What's wrong?
There was a car that just went by.
Jesus Christ, man. You're going on the road and the kid's making this.
That person doesn't have any lights on, but they just cut out in front of you.
Yeah, there you go. Anyways,
Did
so.
you not see? You didn't see that car just go in front of you?
No, I couldn't. It's fog. Anyways, so my brother's theory now is that the drug boys next door to his house have there's an example in life where the mommy let the boys stay at home and just live off of her. They didn't go to work because mommy just let them sit at home. How many stories have you heard of this? It's actually a disgrace, and to me, it's just for you just to give somebody everything, not to do anything. You have to actually be self-sufficient. You're just, you're a disgrace. You're the problem. They're the problem, but they're a problem too. So, because they have nothing to do all day long but just get high and smoke dope. Who doesn't know these stories? They're not going to go to work tomorrow, so why they can just sleep all day long and party all night long. That's why entertainers are all so goofed up. You have to get up, if you know as well as I do, if you have to go to work every day, you can't be doing drugs and be all doped up and then get up next morning and be able to go to work.
It's a yellow light. It's red.
I know that. So anyway, so my brother's now, we feel very confident that the next door neighbors threw drugs in his backyard, and now his dog Bo, the brown lab, is now, is having major seizures, and we had to take him to the hospital, animal hospital yesterday, and they found weed in his system. But my brother got medication, and...
No, there's a car.
Yeah, I see it, but he's turning.
Just
So anyways... They gave him medication, so he took him home last night. They were wanting to keep the dog overnight, but at the same time, that turns into a $2,000 bill. I mean, I've been down this road for my brother. It was like, oh my gosh. So anyways, we made a decision to bring him home because he was stable, and my brother gave him his first pill, and for the most part, he seemed to be okay. About 3 hours later, the dog totally flipped out.
He was doing what Charger did and running on his side.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I see him. Yeah, so... Hey, just light after light. This is light.
It's a pain in the butt.
Florida. Right now, what we're doing is I'm going to my brother's house, and we're going to call animal control to try to catch the dog.
Is it raining?
Misting, I guess.
Okay.
My brother can't even... The dog won't even listen to my brother. The dog's just running through the yard. The backyard, he can't,
sweating.
We can't even get the dog. So if we want to go to the animal hospital, technically we can't even capture the dog. So now our thoughts are, let's get animal control. Well, actually, the ER that we called them this morning, told what's going on, and they said what you need to do is open a drug case because the dog's got drugs in its system, and you need to own a drug case and have them come and hopefully they can help capture the dog, and we can get him back to the ER to evaluate what's going on with him. And the only reason I'm making this video this morning, and even debatable to even post it.
Probably you shouldn't, because it's not.
Well, But it's just the lackadaisical governing bodies we have more than ever in our society. Its attitude is, what's the big deal? You know, the drug thing. I mean, I just don't. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that governing bodies aren't wanting to enforce laws, but I'm just saying it just seems like more than ever that the drug addictions in our country are going through the roof. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not the drug expert by any means, but it's just hitting too close to home because here's my brother, sadly, with a meth house next to him. The sad part is the house has been sold because the mother passed, and it's just a matter of time before the meth people are out of that home next to him. But it's not soon enough, as you can tell. It's just incredible. People know these stories and how the criminals of the world, they get away with so much stuff, and they get thrown in a cell for a week, a day, a month. They're just back out again, doing the same old thing over again. You know, they don't. It just doesn't end. People know these stories. Here's somebody looking for me. Probably.
Mom.
Yeah, all right. Well, I told Dave to be over there shortly. So anyways, so I just thought, you know, once again, do I post this video? I don't know. I mean, this is the first year video for me and my YouTube channel. I mean, some of you be like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Part of me is just like, the only reason I'm sharing this is to bring awareness to others that more than ever, I mean, in all sincereness, my brother lives in an area with a public park that he goes and walks the dog to, and you know, it's possible the dog, unbeknownst to my brother, ate weed that was laying on the ground in the park. I mean, so I don't know. There's a lot of variables here, but I guess if anything, is this where we turn?
Yeah, it's Thornton's.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. Okay, right. With all the fog, can't see anything. But anyways, you know, the point of the video is for anybody who has a dog out there.
Why is the fog so bad?
Just a change of temperatures. That's all.
Is this what the California fog was like?
Oh, it was worse than this. I mean, yeah, California, it's just fog, but it's worse than this. It's killer fog. I mean, you can barely see your hand in front of your face, it seems like, what I remember. I could be wrong, but it's pretty heavy. So I get awareness thing, just an awareness. I mean, I think people are, but sadly, actually, it was really weird. It's just the other night I was reading about how many young kids, babies, die in this country today because of parents, or you know, the mother or father do the drugs, and the kid, you know, the baby or the young kid gets a hold of the drug and eats the pills. They're dead. It's huge. It's growing. So the drug addictions are just beyond believable what it's doing in today's country. And the Chinaman's loving this stuff. China. You heard about China? They're really intercepting one of our spy planes. And I mean, China's mission is to take over this country. I think people say, you're nuts. Yeah, right. Yeah, all the China. It's a known fact. China right now on all your devices is using your information, and they're playing a game with you when you get on these social platforms.
Why is your nose so red?
I don't know. What is it? No idea. Which side? Probably moisture. Needs moisture right there. The kid critiquing me, right? Yeah, we're talking about, yeah, so they're saying now more than ever that the Chinaman.
How would Popcorn even see in this?
He's not going to be able to drive down the road this morning. We're going to talk about that. We're not going to go to church because, first of all, we're going to have to wait for the animal services to get to the house. And then once they get there, they're going to spend time doing looking for drugs in the backyard. And then if they have a roundup bow, we have to take them back to the emergency room. I mean, this is going to be a day's adventure. It's going to be something just bing, bam, boom.
This will probably be a lot longer than a day's adventure if there's a drug investigation case.
I don't know. I'm not the expert in that, but the whole point is the CCP, PCP. Is that what that stuff is? But the CCP, the China Communist Party, Communist Chinese Party. Don't come out here, squirrel. They, they're in these social platforms with bots, and you're getting responses out of what you say, and they challenge you, and yeah, I mean it's rampant. The whole point is, who's supplying all the fentanyl and all the drugs in this country right now? Mexico. Where's Mexico getting from them? It's a known fact. China is the number one guy, from my understanding of reading things, of the suppliers of the drugs in this country to truly destroy the younger generation. they're wanting the younger generation to be weak and confused because the military's going to show up and bing, bam, done. All right, enough on that stuff. So here we are, heading over to the brother's house. Yeah, conversations go all over the place. Up, get out of my way, squirrel. Don't hit the squirrel. And yeah, I mean, like I say, I don't know. Let's see here. This turn will come up on us fast. See where it moves it. I don't usually drive, so I don't know the area that well. I haven't even had my morning coffee, and my texting started going off early this morning with my brother, and phone calls, and blah, 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 and yabba dabba doo, and la da da da. All right.